Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who do not know, my name is Peyton. This is my little corner of the internet, and I am a third-year dental student, so I am over halfway done, which is pretty crazy. It is October 7th. It is week 7, which means I'm almost halfway done with the semester, which has literally flown by. I've been so busy that I'm not surprised it's flown by, but still, it always surprises me how quickly time goes when you're in school, and just in life in general. I feel like the older you get, the faster time goes. But for those of you who don't know, I've had a very busy semester. I am currently the acting president of the American Student Dental Association at our school. I am getting married in 19 days, and I'm obviously a third-year student. And I was, for the first half of the semester, helping out at the place where I work. I typically don't work there during the semester because it gets just too chaotic. But due to some staffing changes, I was training somebody to basically take over for me so I wouldn't have to be there. So it's been kind of crazy, but that is okay. Welcome to my week 7 vlog. It is currently, like I said, October 7th. It is 10:57 a.m. and I've had a great day so far. I have been a little overwhelmed. An hourly calendar for every single day. And I've already planned it out. So I'm on Mondays, obviously. And so far today, I got ready around 7-ish. It really was 7:30 because I slept from 12 to 2, woke back up, and then worked from 2 to 5:30-ish, 6-ish. And then I slept for another hour before my midterm that was at 8. Came home, I did all my admin and emails, which was, we have the vendor fair for ASDA, so I emailed information to all of our sponsors. I sent the trip acceptance letters out to all the students who are being offered to go on trips this year. And then I emailed to schedule a meeting to figure out who the school is going to sponsor, because the school is really gracious and sponsors some of the students. So it's just kind of a matter of figuring out who ASDA has to sponsor. I sent some reminders to my exec team. I emailed my research team because I'm also doing research right now. Well, actually, thankfully, the research is done, but I just submitted my first draft of my abstract that I'm submitting to a conference in New York that hopefully my partner and I will get to go present at. But you can only present as an individual, so we split our research into 2. It's based on, I don't know if anybody actually cares about this, but it's based off of the software programs that dentists in Nebraska are using to place implants. So dental implants that are used as a more solid functional option for replacing teeth than a denture, partial denture, bridge, because it actually integrates with your bone. Not the same as a tooth, but in a more similar way of a real tooth compared to obviously something that just sits on top of your gums. So we sent out a survey to 657 licensed Nebraska dentists with a list that we got from the Nebraska government, because the Nebraska government, health.org or whatever, you can purchase a list of all the dentists who have a practicing license in Nebraska. We went through all 1,000 of them, probably more, probably 2,000 almost. I have the number written somewhere, and we looked up their specialty and if they mention implants on their website, and 657 of them mention implants somewhere on their website. Granted, that does not mean that they place implants. That just means that they mention it. Some people just restore implants, which is not what we were discussing. And then we went ahead and sent a survey to those 657, and 150 people responded, which for a survey, we were very pleased with. We were hoping to get around 100, and 100 of them said they do place implants. 50 said they didn't. So we did hit our goal of like yeses, but we did even get more responses to show that like some people are mentioning implants on their website, but they're not actually placing them, which is pretty typical. So then we had them fill out a survey, and my partner is focusing on the technology aspect. I'm focusing on the satisfaction of the implant programs and whether dentists are switching implant programs even when they aren't satisfied. So like, little highlight reel, the research showed that 60%-ish of dentists have never switched programs before. However, only 40% are actually very or 100% satisfied with their implant program, which is kind of interesting because you think if like less than 50% are satisfied, and there's not a statistically significant amount to actually like say it, but there was a slight increase in satisfaction in those that have switched before, which does kind of like, you know, but anyways, I'm going on a tangent about my research, and for those that aren't interested in dental, that's not what you're here for. But so I emailed them because I'm trying to get the last of the edits from my whole team. So that way this weekend, my research partner and I can get together and submit the abstracts because they're due 3 days before the wedding. And so I'm trying to get it done this weekend because this is my last semi-free weekend before the wedding. And then I made 2 Quizlets for the classes that I had this morning. Now I'm over at Preston and Ralphie's, which are the dogs that I check in on 3 times a week. This time it's only 2 times a week. And then I'm gonna head up to the school because at 11:20, they are having a pizza party instead of a color group meeting. Normally we have like a little like meeting to discuss everything. So we're having a pizza party instead, which I'm excited about. And then this afternoon, I have a patient and I'm doing restorations on them. So I need to check and make sure that she actually showed up, is like coming, because yeah, I haven't really looked to see that she confirmed her appointment. So fingers crossed. But she was pretty good. She showed up to her last appointment, so I'm hoping. But I'm doing MO on 30 and a DO on 31. You guys, okay, it is 6:08 now. I have not talked to you since obviously before I went back to the school. I'm in such a good mood, guys, because so last week I took my first competency for dental school as like a D3. I don't know if I've showed you. I'll show you this in a second, but I have my my list of all the competencies and minimum requirements that I have to pass this year before I can be considered a D4. If I get done before the D4 year starts, which would be obviously like in July or whatever when I switch over, I can start working on my D4 requirements early, but I'd still be a D3. But if I don't finish in time, then I'm technically still a D3 until I finish them. So I have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 this year. And I just passed, well, I found out today, I passed my first one. This is one of the ones where it's like a set time that they give you. And it was, I had to take impressions on a classmate, pour up the casts, and then mount them and do an occlusal analysis and turn it in. And I was really scared that I wouldn't because my partner, I love my friend, but he has really hard teeth to take impressions on because of how wide his jaw is. He has exotoses, which is like basically like his jaw, it doesn't go like straight up. It kind of like goes, it flares out. So it's a little bit harder. So I was just kind of struggling, but I passed, and almost 50% of my class didn't pass. And they have to redo some part of it, and thankfully they're very good about the remediation process, but I'm so excited that I don't have to, because if I had to remediate, it starts the Friday before the wedding and is due the Friday of the wedding. So I would be having to like panically like do it in the 2 days that I have before I go to Omaha. And then I went to that color group meeting. That's when I found out I had passed, and I was super excited. And then I did my my restoration. I was hoping to get 2 done on this patient today, but the one that I started with ended up being just like a mammoth of a filling, and I was worried I was gonna pulp the tooth because it was just so deep, but I didn't, and I placed a protective seal just to be safe because it did get pretty deep, but I didn't pulp it or come close to pulping it, thankfully. But after that, she already has to come back again to take her parents, so we were like, let's not push it. Let's just, give you some time, and then we'll do the next one when she brings her parents up. So, but I'm just kind of feeling on top of the world. I found out I did pretty darn good on my midterm as well. And so, yeah, I'm feeling really good today. It is time to, I kind of sat around for the last hour, so it is time to start back up on this to-do list. But first, I will show you how I track all my minimum requirements and everything. Okay, so I made this because I very much am a visual person in the sense that I like to have a visualization of what I need to do. So I have for each category, I also have on my laptop something I made that is a spreadsheet where as I finish things, it marks yes. So as you can see, I'm making some progress. These are happening later on in the year. And I will say some of these requirements are things that have to happen in D3 or D4 year. So I'll explain that as I go. But everything I have to do as a D3 is a digital impression for a fixed restoration and then deliver a same-day CEREC crown for digital. For case completions, I have to start and complete a treatment plan on 2 patients. I have my 2 here. So if I have a start, it means I have a patient on my roster. If I have, that's their initials, which I'm allowed to show because obviously doesn't give anything away. And then I have the date that I am expected to be able to complete it. I have to do 12 class 2 restorations, which I know it's kind of weird that but as you can see, I have 11 of my 12 on my schedule, I should say, or on my roster. So it's just a matter of getting to these. If they have a date, well, no, some of these have a date. Some of them are TBD still. So yes, that's perfect. I am needing to do 4 class 3 or class 4 restorations, and I only have 1 on my schedule so far. I have 15 any class restorations I have to do. I've already done 2, and I have enough to finish 10 on my roster. And then once I finish these, they will count for this. So it's just any class, obviously. I've done 1 of my new patient experiences. I need to do my second one, which I will do. I kind of messed up that right there, but I will do this next week. I need to do 5 evaluations of my lab work. So I have the 5 patients I'm going to do that on. Crowns is where I'm lacking, but the good part is this is D3 or D4 year. So just over the next 2 years, I have to do 10 crowns. Then these are also over the course of the 2 years. So I have to do a fixed partial denture, which is a bridge, 2 RPDs, which I have 1 on my schedule. I have to do 3 arches of dentures, which I have on my schedule, and 1 arch of interims, also on my schedule. Post and core, implant, and night guard, I do not have on my schedule, so that is something I'm working on. This one I might have. It's just not treatment planned yet. Full mouth series is radiology. I have done 4 of the 10 I have to do before I graduate, but now that I've done 4, my next one I can make as my competency. I am done with my radiology quizzes. I had to do 20 of them. I did day 1 of my hygiene rotation, and I'll do this one in the spring. I have to do a single canal of endo. I've done 2 of my 3 patient extractions, and then this is all perio. I have to do 2 treatment plannings and 1 re-eval. I have finished 1 of my 4 perio maintenances, and I finished 2 of my 6 quads of SRP, and I finished 1 of my 2 surgical assists. I did day 1 of screening. I'll have another one in the spring, and then I preclinic exercise in the spring. For competencies, I have digital lab authorization. I have to do a case presentation, which I will do sometime kind of in the summer. I have my 2 restoration competencies that I can do whenever I start to finish some more of those restorations. This one is those new patient exams, but as a competency, so I'm going to do that one next week. This is where Pros 1 was, so I'm done with that. And then Pros 7 is going to be done in the spring. FMX I will do hopefully soon. This is through a class. This one I have to do 2 more quads of SRP first. Surgical extraction I can do whenever. Single root canal I'll do pretty quick after I do my first one. And then these are with a class, and I'm in the process of working on my research project. So as you can tell, a lot to do, but I'm only a month and a half in, and I've already started to make some good progress, and I have most of these on my schedule. So I feel good about finishing a lot of these. Crowns are kind of just the one thing I'm waiting for them to kind of fall in line. Otherwise, I'm feeling pretty darn good. So time to work on my little schedule here. I did that, so I need to finish these 2, and then we'll keep working our way through. Okay, you guys, so it's a little later now, and I'm officially at the house that I'm dog sitting at for the next 5 nights. I think it ends up being six full days. Well, not really, 5.5 days, we'll say. The dog is very sweet. He has a lot of energy, and I did kind of forget about that. He currently just licking my leg, so that's kind of gross, and I don't love that, but so it is currently 7:40, and I'm kind of like exhausted to a point where I think I might shower and go to bed, which is a little funny because like it's pretty early, but like if I'm tired, I feel like I might as well go to bed. But yeah, my hair is really messy. I don't have classes in the morning. I just have, wait, let me like check and make sure that's actually right. I'm pretty sure I have a lunch ambassador. Yeah, no. Yeah, I have lunch ambassador at 12. And then I have, that's it. Then I'm gonna come back here, let him out, and then I'm headed to Omaha to do my last alteration appointment and pick up my dress. So that'll be cool. And then, yeah, that's about it, TBH. I have a lot to do this weekend in terms of like my to-do list, but the good part is I have like nothing on my schedule. What's up? What you doing? But yeah, so I think I'm gonna shower and go to bed, and then we'll kind of start like a productive weekend in the morning. So good night, guys. Okay, you guys, it is now Friday. It is 9:23 a.m. and it's officially the time to get stuff done. This morning, I woke up around like 8-ish. I took Strider for a walk. He's outside. He loves to sit outside on the trampoline. It's really one of the cutest things ever. They like built stairs so he can get up there, and he just hangs out there. So I figure I just sit in the kitchen so I can keep an eye on him, but then let him just hang out outside because he loves it. I am ready for a productive day, folks. I'm really excited. My class that was at 1 got moved to Zoom, so I can do it from here, so I can take him out one more time before I have to drive to go get my dress altered, which will be good. Last night I made what I called my countdown to the wedding to-do list, and it is, I kid you not, 12 pages. It is every single day. We are officially, today is 15 days until the wedding, and I very fitting had a night, well, I don't even want to call it a nightmare because like it was just so bizarre that I knew it wasn't real while I was dreaming it, but like I guess technically I had a wedding nightmare last night that my venue burned down, but we found a new one and it was like all cool. It was fine, not that big of a deal. I will say throughout this entire dream, even I was like, damn, Peyton, you're being so chill. Good for you. Like the entire time I just kept being like, I just want to marry him. I don't care how it happens. I just want to marry him. So that was very sweet. But basically like we had to move the venue to a different spot. The giant like arch my dad has hand built, which I'll include a photo. He's so talented and I love it so much. And like it's so special to me that like he built the arch I'm getting married under. So yeah, I'll put a picture here, but they like installed it in the wrong spot because my dad is like installing it the day of. My brother is singing when I walked down the aisle, and for some reason like his flight got delayed and he missed the entire wedding, which is funny because he's flying in on Thursday, so even if his flight does get canceled, which knock on wood, he'd just fly in on Friday or even Saturday morning. Like there's plenty of time. But so we had to hire somebody at the last minute, but she like refused to do the songs that I wanted. And like she literally like I think I walked down the aisle to She Looks So Perfect by 5 Sauce. I lost my bouquet. All my bridesmaids' dresses were different colors than the colors that they got. Like it was the weirdest, wildest thing I've ever experienced. So there's that. And then I woke up and I was like, huh. But anyways, what I was saying is I made like a countdown to the wedding, and I have to-do lists written for every single day up until the wedding, except for the weekend when I'm in Colorado, because obviously I'm not doing anything then. So like I have today's, and then I sent it over to my iPad so I can like cross it off and stuff. I might honestly print it when I'm at home because I prefer physical copies of things, and then there's just enough space that I can add things if I need to. So like obviously I don't know my full to-do list in like on the day, like, you know, I have plenty of space to add things, but this is just so I don't forget everything. Okay guys, 11 o'clock update. I've gotten a lot done. I finished all the Quizlets for the week. I wrote the 3 letters I have to write, and I ordered a gift for my aunt who's helping me with the wedding. I think I kind of explained it, and I did text her kind of like an idea of like what the day is gonna look like, because I don't know if I've explained it here, but we have basically like we have one ceremony space that also doubles as the venue space, but then the cocktail hour is in the basement. So we're setting up the ceremony, and then I've hired a day of coordinator who is going to transform, with the help of the venue staff, the ceremony space into the reception space, if that makes sense. So yeah, it will be pretty darn good. I'm excited. And yeah, that's where we're at. I am going to bring Strider in and have him kennel up because I'm going to head over to my house so I can grab all the stuff that I need for my alteration appointment. And I'm going to print these letters so that I can be pretty much almost done with the gifts. There it is. There we go. Perfect. Good morning.
Morning.
I know you never
jump
vlog
scare.
with me.
Ugh, gross.
Stop it. You never vlog with me anymore.
I know, I'm too busy doing law.
He's too busy for me. He doesn't like me anymore.
No, okay. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes.
It is currently, what time? I don't have my watch died.
It is currently, use the positionification of the sun.
Beautiful
8:30.
out. 8:30. And we are taking little Strider for a walk. Oh, there's another person. I'm gonna stop recording.
Chat conferences.
Yeah. What's your plan for the day?
My plan for the day is to go unbummify myself.
He's getting a haircut with my dad.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, my dad's an electrician, like project manager.
And has
But
had zero
before
experience cutting hair. I just wanted to try it out.
But before that, he was a barber, because that's what my grandpa was. Well, is technically, but retired. Ooh, golden hour. There's more people. Okay, take 3. So, he's gonna drive up to Omaha. I'm gonna stay because obviously we don't want to leave Strider alone for that long, especially since I was in Omaha yesterday, which I don't think I even told them about my dress. But I might save that for the wedding prep vlog.
There you go. It seems fitting for that.
Yeah, so I'll probably, when I get back to the house, film a, oh, that seems safe. Probably film like a wedding prep update, but my plan is I have a shit ton of stuff to do, so.
Gonna grind it out.
Yeah, today's a work day. Yay! I'll check in with you guys when we get home to Strider's home. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the things, you know the drill, and stay tuned because the next couple of vlogs are going to be very wedding heavy because it's almost time for the wedding. I'm so excited and I appreciate you guys bearing with me through my many unintentional hiatus breaks, hiati. I don't know, but I just appreciate you guys bearing with me, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy the ones that are to come. Bye, guys.